Companies and people who are part of the tourism industry in Mbombela are calling on the government to open up South African borders in order for them to resume working. They have challenged the government to also have no salary for as long as they had no salary in order for government to understand that they cannot survive. They have not earned anything since the start of lockdown that is in March. The protest comes after careful consideration of what might happen if the industry opens up. Companies have been losing money and were forced to retrench some of their employees.
We are gathered at the government complex just at Riverside, that is in Mbombela. We are joining the tourism industry people who are protesting, just demonstrating a peaceful protest drive to call on the government to open up the tourism industry. Hashtag open up the tourism industry, hashtag reopen tourism industry are trending at the current moment. We have banners all over the place, and the people are calling on the government to open up the tourism industry. We are going to talk to a couple of people also to find out why they are protesting and why they feel that the tourism industry needs to open up.
Well, it's about time that as a sector we make our voices heard. I think we are not taken seriously. I think our sector is being underrated. We employ over 1.5 million people in this country. In Mpumalanga alone, we employ over 80,000 people, making us one of the biggest employer in the province. We contribute over 22 billion rand a month in this country from tourism, and I think it is high time that we should be prioritized as a sector. So we would want to make our voices heard. We are calling on government to open up the sector. I mean, how do you allow a taxi to operate at 100% capacity and say they must open the windows? We have open safari vehicles that do not have windows, and you are saying they should not operate. How is it not safe for me to sleep in a lodge alone or with my partner, and yet it is safe for me to go into a supermarket? Really, there is some irrationality in how these decisions are being made. Right now, government tells us that they are going to make money available. How do you make 200 million rand in a sector that loses 750 million rand every day? And as we speak now, even with that 200 million rand, we have less than 40% of the small businesses that have received that money. Less than 40% of our employees have not received the UIF grant, and therefore that's a challenge for us. So we need this sector to be opened so that we can work and grow the economy of this country.
So we are in a very dangerous situation, Mr. MEC, and we feel that we are being neglected very much. It's a very dangerous situation for us because a lot of people say, oh, you're going to get TERS, you're going to get UIF. A lot of people don't want that. We would rather work. And I've already spoken to everybody here, and I can promise you that if you said to them, do you want TERS or UIF, they would say, no, I want my job back. That's more important to us than anything else. We are desperate now. We've come down right to the bone, and from Wednesday to now, this is what has happened, and this is the little spark that has caused the bushfire. Everywhere in South Africa this is happening, and we feel the government doesn't listen to us and feel that we've been thrown on the side of the road and we're neglected. And everybody says we're negotiating for you to get help, but we are not people. We are, look how many black people are in the guides and everything. I mean, almost 80% of the people in the tourism industry from all the hotels are black people, and they got nothing. I've had people phoning me and they say, please change the last $126 because the tourist gave that to them because I'm starving. And I'm getting phone calls all like this all the time. And I would like to also state very clearly, and I know you may find me harsh, but we are desperate, I promise you. We are in a state where we don't know what to do anymore, because when you and the government people go back tonight, you're getting a salary. We're getting nothing. And I haven't had anything coming in for 5 months. And I'm dying for people to come in. And we are a very sharp industry, and as soon as you can open up the borders, because COVID is already here, and if we start moving people, you'll see the tourism industry is very jacked up and fast, and we will get all the things in place, because if the taxis can put 14 people, and good for them, they fought back. Now they can put, please remain, keep distancing folks, keep your distancing, just take a step back and relax it. If the taxi industry is allowed to do that, because as the Minister of Tourism says, they are suffering, they can't pay their bills, well, none of us can pay our bills. I've had to retrench 2 staff. For 20 years my staff was with us, and you should have seen their faces when I said, I'm sorry, I don't have any more income. So today we want you to be on our side. We're not fighting against you, but we're not getting anything. We don't know what to do anymore. This thing is over almost about 1.5 to 2 kilometers long, and that's just different people in the hotel, the restaurant, the tourism industry, and we're making a big statement here today. So we would like to ask you to put pressure on the government and understand, whoa, you want us to collapse totally, and we can't do that. The economic price is way too much. We know that Tanzania has opened. We know that Namibia has opened for international tourism as well, and Zambia and a whole lot of countries have done that. So we're asking you, we're asking you very nicely, we need you to start fighting for us. We really do. We need you to speak to the main government. We need you to speak to the tourist minister, and they must understand.
Thank you for this opportunity. And I want to believe what you are presenting now. It's exactly what is written there. Or you want to read verbal. You
want me to read it?
If you definitely show, if you definitely show what you were telling me now, it's what is written here. I'm going to sign, because as I've told you, I was in a meeting. Amongst other things, we are talking about what you are telling me. In the province, our gold mine is one. All of us, we know that. Our gold mine is tourism. And tourism is on its knees. And I cannot be happy, and the government of Mpumalanga will never be happy if tourism is on its knees. We are trying our level best. We are not saying we want to give you a handout. We want to see tourism rising again, our people, because this is one of the sectors which is employing a lot of people, is assisting our government to employ people, because economy of any country, economy of any province is made out of small business like yourself. So at no stage we are going to sit down and relax, see you die. We are going to try our level best where we can, and we are going to take this particular message to the channel where it belongs, to see that we care. We are trying our best not to see you die, to revive you again, not to give you hands out. We are working with structures like all the regions of tourism. Nkangala, Ehlanzeni, and Hersband. We work with Athol in Hersband. We work with OPA, who is representing Ehlanzeni. We work with other representatives who are representing Nkangala. So we are very concerned. The notion which is portrayed outside about us, it might not be true, because we are very concerned. The day we are going to see you operating again, we are going to be very happy, because we know you'll be putting something into the kit of the province, because tourism, because of the position of Mpumalanga, is our gold mine. So definitely we are going to take this memorandum, we are going to submit where it's supposed to be submitted. Where I am, there's no decision which I can make, you know also. But I can assist to take the message and try our best that at the level where these decisions to assist you need to be taken, this thing is going to reach that end. Definitely we are with you, we are going to work with you and make sure that one day you are up again and contribute to the economy of the province.
Thank you.
I want to tell you one thing about the time. I will make noise each and every day. I will be a happy person if I can see you operating tomorrow. But there's no time frame which is going to be made by myself in the position which I have. You know of yourself. But I'm going to try my level best. I promise you, I take this thing where it's supposed to reach today, it's going to reach. And I'll be a happy person because I'm the MEC of tourism. I'm failing at my duty if tourism is not functioning. I don't sleep also. That is why I made sure that we have a forum with all tourism sectors represented from all the corners. It's represented by the Eslanzen, Nkangala, and Hertzband. They also speak the same language you are speaking. They are saying, we don't want a handout. We want to operate. That's what they're saying. And we must come with a strategy, of which we have a strategy, which is going to be presented. And definitely, I think it will be unfortunate for me to say tomorrow or next week, this is going to, because I don't have that right to give you a time frame. Thank you.
There's a pen and you can sign both again and I will take one.
Oh, these are it.
Yeah. So I'm just going to take one copy. So what's happening now, the MEC read out the memorandum earlier on today. The MEC is signing both. He's going to take one copy.
Alright guys, my name is Lovio Pelembe. I'm from Bushbuckridge. So the reason of protesting is that we want the government to hear our problems because we've been sitting at home for almost 5 months now and we don't receive any payment. Then we've got different people which are working in tourism. Some of them, they are not permanent, they are freelancing. So we just need the government to hear our problem and open the border gate so we can work again. As you can see here with our brothers, we have got our main customers, as you can see the flags here on the board. So we just hope that the government can hear our problem and understand it so they can open it. And our request is that if they can at least hear it first and then make sure by the end of September or end of August, they open the border gate so we can start to work again because we're hungry, there is nothing we can do. They don't even care about us. So that's all I can say. Thank you.
So we have spoken to a lot of people who are protesting or demonstrating a peaceful protest drive right here to the government complex in Mbombela. The MEC also has signed the memorandum that he was given, the MEC of tourism right now, making sure that he addresses the people also, promising that he is going to take the memorandum and give it to the right people that need to make decisions in opening up the tourism industry. I am Lindo Koza, reporting for you live with News Horn TV.